More than ever, players push for opportunities to wear attention-grabbing cleats, the majority customized through relationships forged with independent artists. Tuning in to see what Von Miller, Odell Beckham, and Cam Newton were wearing was sometimes just as exciting as the actual games. Cleat watching has its hurdles though, namely the NFL's extra strict uniform policy. According to league rules, each team must choose a single cleat color for players to wear throughout the entire season, along with a secondary team color and a third for accents. While football is the ultimate team sport, there are individuals who wouldn't mind the freedom to be independent with their footwear from time to time. The workaround for most players during NFL seasons was to wear the customs for photo ops during pregame warm-ups and then switch to a team-oriented pair for the game. Then, the league made what it considered to be a compromise by allowing all players to wear custom cleats during Week 13 games, as long as they were pre-approved and represented a personal cause. The #MyCauseMyCleats campaign appeared to be an overall success, and the door was left open for similar campaigns in the future. However, there were still a few occasions when players, particularly wide receivers with big personalities, challenged the rulebook. As the no-fun league, the NFL responded by handing out fines, requesting mid-game changes, and even threatening to bench players who wouldn't comply. So let's take a look at these players who received fines for wearing inappropriate cleats. DeAndre Hopkins. Cleats, Adidas Yeezy 350 cleat. Win, 09, 11, 16 versus Chicago. Fine, $6,076. In arguably the biggest cleat-related story of the season, Adidas made its mark on the game when several of the brand's athletes debuted Kanye West-inspired Yeezy cleats during Week 1. While Von Miller wore the 750 model during pre-game warm-ups for the season opener, Houston Texans wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins became the first player to actually compete in Yeezy cleats when he wore the 350 against the Bears. According to NFL policy, all teams must select a dominant base color for cleats worn by players throughout the entire season. Teams also have to choose a secondary team color and a third team color that can be used for accents. For Hopkins, the gray and black Yeezy cleats didn't fall in line with the Texans' chosen scheme, resulting in a $6,076 fine. In response, he said he wouldn't wear the cleats again unless Kanye West paid the fine, which, sadly, didn't happen. Adrian Peterson and Sammy Watkins also wore the Yeezy 350 cleat during Week 1, but there were no reported fines for either. Later in the season, New York Giants safety Landon Collins made sure he upheld the policy by having his pairs customized in team colors. Antonio Brown. Cleats, Nike Alpha Pro 3/4 TD custom by Corey Payne. Win, 09, 12, 16 versus Washington. Fine, $6,076. In what turned out to be a hefty $63,000 season in fines for Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown, he wasted no time getting the league to notice him for the wrong reasons. During the Steelers' Week 1 game against Washington, Brown not only celebrated a touchdown by twerking in the end zone, but did so while wearing a pair of custom blue Nike cleats. He was fined for excessive celebration and a uniform policy violation. Seemingly not concerned about shelling out cash, Brown attempted to wear blue custom cleats bearing portraits of his children 2 weeks later and was asked to change out of them in halftime. Officials even threatened to bench him during an October game against the New York Jets for wearing Muhammad Ali tribute cleats, even though they were made in Steelers colors. There are no fines on record for either of these instances. Desean Jackson. Cleats, brand black DJX cleat custom by Soles by Sir. Win, 10, 02, 16 versus Cleveland. Fine, $6,076. With many in search of answers for how to deal with the issue of police brutality, Washington wide receiver Desean Jackson used his platform and signature brand black cleats as a way to demonstrate his own protest. Jackson originally planned to just wear the cleats during pre-game warm-ups, but opted to keep them on during the game, well aware that a fine would be coming his way. Jackson told ESPN, "It's cool, man. My message and what I wanted to get across was more of a case for that, so I wasn't worried about that fine." Also placing emphasis on violence within communities, Jackson plans to conduct seminars and after-school programs in the off-season.